In the beginning, some men wanted to write a story. So these men wrote a story about a man who wrote a story about another man that created the heavens and the earth. Now, this male creator of the heavens and the earth decided to create another man. This male creator apparently created this other man from dust. And then he took a rib from this man, and from that male rib, he created woman. Men finally got around to including some estrogen in this story. They finally included a vagina. Well done. But the estrogen came from the dust man, and the dust man came from the creator man, and the creator man came from the eyes of other men. In short, men gave birth to women. Now, if we're all using our logic here, we will know that there is no way, naturally, that a man can give birth to a woman, unless you write a story about a man giving birth to a woman. But why would a bunch of men be so hell-bent on creating a story where a man can give birth to a woman? My opinion, vagina envy. You see, patriarchal societies are normally born from the male ego. And this ego leads them to believe that everything is because of them. They war, they plan, they conquer, and they feel good about this. But the most important thing to do on this planet, for human beings to do, is to continue life. The most important thing to do is to give birth. Without a woman giving birth to you, you wouldn't have been able to write a story about a man giving birth to a woman. The subconscious mind is an interesting thing. Patriarchal and egotistical men found themselves envying the woman because it's her that gives birth. She is the actual creator of the dust man. You don't believe me? Google any picture of this dust man named Adam, and you will see that he clearly has a belly button. The subconscious mind, was in action again. With all the mythological mumbo jumbo, the artists of that generation forgot that a belly button actually means you were severed from an umbilical cord. And what was the woman's punishment for having this vagina? She was cursed. Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. The dust man with no vagina gives birth to the woman with no pain. But now, not only will she have pain, but the dust man gets to rule over her. That seems like a pretty good deal. I wonder if a man actually wrote this. Now that's ancient vagina envy that a lot of people still believe in today. But now we have vagina envy 2.0. Men are now finding ever more inventive ways to make this mythological story a reality. The British newspaper The Guardian has an interesting quote. This womb transplant breakthrough could open up pregnancy to all sexes. All sexes will one day be able to give birth. And the insecure, fragile ego of the man will finally be able to look at his own mother and say, ha, you see, I can do just what you do. For too long, the behaviors of a vagina-envious patriarchal society have taken shape. Female genital mutilation, the chastity belt, controlling what makes a woman sexual from what doesn't make her sexual. Some men are so obsessed with controlling a woman's vagina that they tell her to cover up because he is tempted by his own lustful thoughts, and he just may take that vagina for himself because the cursed woman tempted him to. In conclusion, I'd like to paraphrase Dr. Ben Buchanan. Heaven is between the legs of a woman. Why? Because it's where all men came from. And it's where most men are trying to get back to.